When Kaleidoscope Pro does any type of batch process, one of the output files that is always created is the Meta.CSV file. As a matter of fact, it's possible to run a batch process in Kaleidoscope Pro that does not make use of any of the Pro analysis features, and this batch process will still create a Meta.CSV file. What is the Meta.CSV file? I have a number of recordings in a folder. These happen to be ultrasonic recordings of bats, but the process works the same way with non-bat recordings. I'll assign the folder as the input directory for Kaleidoscope Pro. I'll create a new folder on my desktop for the output results. Kaleidoscope Pro is currently using all factory default settings, which includes having the boxes to create wave or zero crossing files on output unchecked. I'll even disable noise filtering, which is a bat-only function. I can create a separate output file for GPS information, but I'll leave that disabled also. And now I'll press the Process Files button. With the current settings, Kaleidoscope Pro did not create any new audio files on output and did not do any analysis processing. All Kaleidoscope Pro did was look through the files in the input directory and create a Meta.CSV file which lists the information it found about those files. If I look in the output results folder, I see the Meta.CSV file. I'll open the Meta.CSV file in my spreadsheet application. This document displays metadata information found by Kaleidoscope Pro in the input recording files. The displayed columns are defined by a document called a meta form, and they can be customized. What you see here depends on the columns defined by the meta form and what has been embedded as metadata into the input files. You might see more or less information than you see in my spreadsheet, depending on what metadata Kaleidoscope Pro finds in your files. Kaleidoscope Pro reads the common standard guano format metadata, as well as metadata that is proprietary to wildlife acoustics recorders. In this case, we see there is metadata embedded in the file that describes the files were made by a wildlife acoustics SM4 BAT FS recorder. The file names are shown along with duration, date, location, and time of recording. At the very least, Kaleidoscope Pro has created a spreadsheet to describe a catalog of my selected recordings. I'll close the Meta.CSV file and empty the results folder. I'll go back to Kaleidoscope Pro and make a quick note in the default project form, and then I'll run another batch process. A new Meta.CSV file is created. I open that, and you can see my project notes have been added to the Meta.CSV file. And if I have a batch of files and want to assign individual manual IDs or notes to those files, I can do that also. There are separate tutorial videos on doing batch processing and assigning manual IDs if you'd like to check them out. Thank you for watching.